Now everything that was in my way is gone, and everyone else still believes in me. It's only a matter of time before I get rid of the police. What do you think of that, Elle? This is my perfect victory! That's right! I win!
There's only room for one spoiled rich kid at this school, and that's me.
Tenyi is an archetype consisting of worm-type monsters, and let's just say right now they're extremely strong in this current meta. The main holdback of the deck, as you can see, is the cost. This deck is running a whopping 28 ultra rares and 14 super rares, but honestly it's still not so bad since 18 of the 28 ultra rares are core staple cards. As you can see, we run 11 hand traps, 2 Nibiru's, 3 Ash, 3 Maxi, and 3 Infinite Impermanence, and 4 anti-hand traps, which are called by the grave, and 2 crossout designators. Which, by the way, crossout designator has been insane in this meta due to the absurd amount of hand traps people are running currently in high elo. That being said, it's a card that can only go into specific decks due to its cost, and this is one of those decks. This is a deck where you want to go first, but even going second doesn't feel bad due to the insane amount of extenders this deck contains in the Tenyi monster archetype. Each Tenyi monster has an effect. If you control no effect monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. This is insanely strong in punishing decks who are trying to trade 1-for-1, as each Tenyi monster also has the added effect where you're able to activate a special effect each Tenyi monster has pertaining to it in its hand or the graveyard. So with Tenyi Spirit Vishuddha, you're able to bounce back threats and back row back to the opponent's hand. Ashuna is being able to special summon another Tenyi monster from the deck to the field. Negative side effect of you cannot special summon any other monsters besides Tenyi monsters when you use this. And finally, Adahara being able to recover your Vishuddha and Ashuna back to the hand. This deck is not shy of grinding out matches. I will say, most games you go first, you will not have to go to that end game, as the beginning board can be quite powerful. As you can see here, not only is it powerful, it's extremely consistent. Now enough talking.
It's time to duel!
Alright, let's start these matches. I start off with a pretty good hand, 2 Maxis, so we're going to summon our Tenyi monster with its effect. And we're going to immediately go into Christian, and then we're going to summon Jet Synchron. It's important to get a machine. Usually you want to get Jet Synchron because the effect it has in the graveyard, because you need 2 machines to make a Mecha Beast. We're going to sacrifice the Mecha Beast, and there's a reason for that, as you're going to see. It allows us to summon our Jet Synchron near the end of our turn and make a Herald of Arclight, which is going to be pretty devastating for our opponent. As you're going to see, it's going to be pretty hard for him to fight through it, even though his deck has an insane amount of extenders, as you're going to see. So Borreload, we're going to attack, get 3 charges on that. We discard 1 Called by the Grave because we want the Maxi. It's more important. We set 2 cards face down, and we're good to go. As you're seeing here, our opponent has quite a pile. Has a lot of different archetypes in it. It's running the Danger, it's running Zombies, it's also running Lightsworn. He's also running 60 cards. So he's obviously running some type of Grass is Greener type strategy. We're going to negate the Banshee to stop Zombie World from coming out. He's going to go into Nightmare Phoenix, try and destroy back row. We're going to have to activate it because he guessed right. He got the coin flip right. So we destroy it. You might be asking why I haven't used Maxi, and there's a really big reason. Because if we used Maxi right in the beginning, our opponent wouldn't have overextended as much as he did right now. So now he's fully committed into stopping us, right? And the reason why we don't Call by the Grave right now is because we actually want the draws from the Lightsworn. It's not going to be that big of a difference. we find Nibiru, so we're kind of thinking in our head right now that this game's kind of over. There's really not much he can do. I'm not going to let him get to 4 monsters. Because once your opponent gets to 4 monsters, they can go into Appaloosa, and that's going to be really tough for us to deal with if they're able to deal with our Burrow load. So now he gets Fairy Tale Snow, flips it down. Things aren't looking good for us, but at the same time, we have Nibiru. We're chilling, dude. We have 6 cards in hand. 7 cards about to be. Look at that. Boom. Nibiru, concede. Goodbye! Okay, so this next match is going to be interesting, too. We have a pretty bad hand this time, except we have Maxi and we have a Called by Agreement and we have Nibiru. We're playing against Spiral, so we know Maxi and Nibiru is insanely good. We didn't Maxi the initial one that he did because he said traps, and our deck has 4 traps in the entire list, so there's a very low chance for him to get that. Now he says monsters, and since half our deck's monsters, it's pretty high. Gets rid of our Called by the Grave. Pretty unfortunate, to be honest. But we have Nibiru, so I'm pretty happy about this. And he's underneath Max C right now, so he didn't have Ash. Kind of unfortunate for him. But even then, we had Nibiru in hand to begin with. So game's kind of over already. Now here he goes into IP Masquerena. As long as he doesn't go into Appaloosa, we're Gucci. And he goes into Mech Knight, so we are absolutely fine. The only thing that's annoying is Mech Knight's in Destroy Nibiru, but it's actually not a bad thing, since our Tenyis prefer to have no monsters on the board. So now he's going to use his mission to add a card back to his hand, in this case to the extra deck. So we're going to summon Vishuddha, we're going to go into Monk. He's Solemning Judgments the Monk, but Tenyi's so good at overextending, he's not going to be able to stop this. Look at this. Christian Halifax. Boom. Jet Synchron. Boom. Mech Beast, come on! Boom! It's over! Alright, so now we're going to be playing against Tri Brigades. Real fun. I know you guys, every time you guys play against the Tri Brigades, your ass cheeks kind of shake a little. I assume your anus hole just quivers once you start seeing them discard their first card. We're going to wait until Max C until he actually activates an effect, so he doesn't just end the turn. Infinite Impermanence on this, because we do not need a Link 3 coming out. Now, if his back row is the Tri-Brigade back row, it is going to make the game a lot harder. And lucky Max C's, we have the Crossout Designator. The card is insane in this list. If you listen to anything I say, understand, Crossout Designator is fucking nuts in this list. Like, it's so good. We run so many core cards that, like, you can counter half of what your opponent's trying to do with Crossout Designator. Boom. And this was a misplay. I shouldn't have sacrificed the mech base because I didn't need to. I could still kind of do whatever I want here. You see that Yang Zing card I just pulled from my deck? So that card, when it's in the graveyard and a Yang Zing monster on your side of the field is destroyed, it lets me special summon it from the graveyard. And then the level 3 Yang Zing monster that comes out when it's destroyed, that will allow me to synchro immediately so I can go into Herald with that. And look, my opponent doesn't want to smoke. He's donezo. Goodbye. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and give a thumbs up. And please share with whoever you can. It really helps me out. And I really hope that you guys subscribe. And let me know in the comments down below if you guys like watching full video content in the sense of watching me do the duel live rather than me doing replays. If you guys prefer me doing live, I definitely can do that. Just know that you'll probably get like only 1 to 2 matches and the video might be a bit longer. But if that's what you guys want, I have no problem doing it. Well, until next time.
That's right, Booby!